Okay, now hopefully I'm online. Always having some kind of issue. I don't mean to, so I'm extremely sorry about that. But I think I have it okay now.
My drink.
What?
Okay.
What'd you say?
And what all that floor does.
Stop.
Well, you know what it does. Let's see.
Okay. Hopefully that works a little better now. Still. Hi Marie, how are you doing? Hope everything's going well for you. Go turn on the lights in the living room. Hope you've had a good day so far. I haven't had too bad of a day. I had a nice day at work today, and um, it's a nice day out, but I've been in the mood for chili for a few days, so I'm gonna fix some good old-fashioned chili.
Oh, you're starting it over. Chili takes forever to come.
Yeah, Michael. Shush. Um, I work 5 hours on Saturday. Well, I work 5 hours every day of the week, so it's just to get me up to 3 hours. I need to pick this up.
Smeared it and smeared it into the
You need
carpet.
to get it picked up.
Smear.
You need to get it picked up. Yes, it's a good day for chili today. And I'm just going to make some good, easy, quick chili. Nothing too special. But I'm not working while I fix dinner, so. And it takes a while to simmer and stuff like that, so I want it started as early as I really can. But I'm waiting for my coffee to get done. I'm going to wait and see if anybody else wants to come here.
Trent might join.
Go to your room. And I'll just kind of go from there. You having a good weekend so far, Miss Marie? You watching the game tomorrow? Oh, why aren't you watching the game tomorrow? Just not into football, or? I want to see what that's. My dishwasher's being a little loud. I was seeing if I could fix it, but it's. Ah, gotcha. I understand. I mean, everybody is. Huh? I said. But yeah, I have kind of a new job. I started this new job on Monday, and what I do is I do marketing. So I'm kind of one of the people that calls you at like 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. I actually don't do that. I work the evening, so I don't call till dinner time. I sell newspapers, so it's always interesting to see how many I can get sold. I shouldn't say newspapers, subscriptions to newspapers. We work for the newspapers directly, like third party, but we're contracted with them to be able to say, we're with them. We have all the information we need and stuff. We even do like some of the customer service for some of them. So uh, it's a pretty fun job. Um, get to talk to a lot of people from all across the country at all times of the day, and some of it turns out really good. Others not so good. Do you get the newspaper, Marie? Oh, okay. Had to ask, I mean. Now, did you come in because you got a notification, or did you just see that I was live? Oh, New York news. Okay. No, we don't have a New York account, but I think the closest we have to New York would be like the Philadelphia Inquirer. Some people get notification. YouTube's still messed up with the notification thing, aren't they? I hear Ashley's back there listening and watching. I say hi, babe. Come on. Oh, there you are. That is true. It can be. Hey, Jack. How you doing? Been pretty good. I've been working. I work evenings, so I'm gonna do my live streams on like Saturdays, Sundays when I don't work. Um, I'm not gonna be able to do them through the week anymore. Last week was just kind of getting back into the live stream thing. Guys, I'm back. I'm doing the things again. I'm still as good as I was, type thing. And just to see how you guys have been. And tonight I'm doing a pretty easy chili thing. Oh yeah, I mean, gotta rock Captain America. You want the big game tomorrow, Mac? Oh, thank you, baby. So I'm gonna smoke. I'm gonna finish this and sip on my coffee, and I'm gonna get started pretty quick because I like my chili to simmer for a few hours before I eat it. So, like I said, I'm kind of waiting a little bit to see who all wants to come in. You watching the big game tomorrow, Mac? Oh. Well, it'll be online if you want to watch it online. I'm sure you don't know really many of the teams or anything, but the Kansas City Chiefs. We live in Missouri, and the Kansas City Chiefs are the only football team that we have. So obviously, we're going for the Chiefs. No, we can't do that. Copyright. I'd get banned like bad, listed, and everything else, and get sued by the NFL. That would be good. The NFL would have a field day with that. Oh, when did you start your keto, Marie? Yeah, we've had Ashley on very similar to keto. It's not quite keto all the way. I mean, we've been trying to. I mean, the sugar is still a big problem. But uh, after the surgery that she had, a lot of people will end up getting a plateau uh, in their weight loss journey where they can't lose weight. Might start gaining a little bit back. Um, but going on a liquid diet kind of resets the body into losing weight again. So she's going to go on a liquid diet. It's not going to be fun. How are you enjoying it so far? Or are you? I mean, far enough into it with, the hunger and stuff like that or the cravings that, you shouldn't really be having any anymore. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Like I said, I'm going to get into this pretty quick because that's good. That's really good. Like I said, a lot of people do. So I'm going to do a one pot chili. I don't want to have all the dishes. Nobody likes dishes. I have about 2 pounds of hamburger here. And all I'm going to do is I want to toss this in a pot. Not quite long to brown, but mm. We have some cats, and we love our cats to death. We have four of them. Um, we have one that's um, her name's Meow. She sits down and does nothing but yell and scream and meow at all the other cats that walk by her, get near her. She's very, very picky. We have Kelly, who is an old grouch, but she's not so bad. And then we have Boots and we have Diamond. Diamond is rowdy, and she has days where she prefers certain people, but she doesn't. I mean, all of our cats are very, very friendly. Um, Boots, on the other hand, he is what are you, about a year old? Not quite a year old yet, and um, he has days where he becomes very, very clingy. And today, I mean, the past few days, the past week, he's been extremely clingy to me. He follows me everywhere. Meows and meows and meows, and he's just staring at me because he knows I'm talking about him. Don't you? Until I pick him up. Then when I pick him up, he just, you know, goes blah in my hands. Yeah, he's still staring at me. Feel like you've been watched? Okay, so, like I said, I'm just rounding up this week. And you can do this really on any temperature setting. As long as you stir and don't let it burn, turn this on high and really let it go. So really the only thing that I'm really actually cooking on this is the ground beef. And I'm just making this disclaimer. I am not being endorsed for anything versus use. I just go to the store, I pick up a can, I pick up a bottle, whatever, and that's what I use. Nothing special. I don't use specific ingredients or specific brands. YouTube sometimes gets really picky about um, branding and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to do my best to like not show labels and stuff, so I don't get in trouble from now on. Or I haven't been yet, but you never know. Um, how are the wildfires near you that are still are down there in Australia, Jack? Have you been affected by those? So, like I said, I'm making this pretty early because I like to let my chili simmer, so all those flavors can really kind of intermix with each other. You don't let it simmer on, you don't put it on high or anything. You just kind of turn it down to low and simmer for an hour or two, or you can even put it in a crock pot on low and do this before, like, you go to work or something. Open that up and just let it simmer throughout the day. It won't burn or anything in a crock pot. So, you come home and you have a nice chili dinner waiting for you. You and the kids. And, if you get off work late, after the kids get home from school, the kids already dig into it if they're hungry. So I hope everybody's having a good day. Now this is something that you could even make, tomorrow for the big game. If you want to, sit down and eat some chili while you're watching the game. You don't have to watch it. You put everything in a pot and let it go. Okay, so now that my ground beef is browned, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drain my ground beef, which a lot of people. Hi, Marie. Welcome back. Are really sketchy about putting grease down their drains. If you have a bowl and you have you have all the extra space to be able to store your hamburger grease, that's fine. I understand. But you have such little, and the way my plumbing pipes are, I'm able to do this. Not everybody can, so I don't endorse it or anything like that. Just an easy way for me to do this. I run hot water from my tap along with it, and just kind of slowly I kind of drain off or wash out my pot at the same time. But my chili is not as greasy and it doesn't get heartburn and stuff like that. A lot of people leave that chili, that grease from that hamburger in there, and that sausage or whatever you want to use for your meat in there. I don't. I let my hot water for a little bit. Okay. Now that my um, now that my ground beef is browned, I put it back on the stove, and I get 2 large cans because it's about 2 pounds of hamburger. I'm going to use about a can per pound. So this is chili beans in kind of like a chili sauce, and all I do some people drain off the sauce, others put all of it in. It just depends on your taste and liking, and if you have a brand that you prefer. I mean, that's fine, but this is how I do it. I take 1 can. Oh, first, I'm sorry. I'm going to take chili seasoning. Economically, it's cheaper, it's easier, it's quicker. Like I said, this is an easy chili. This isn't, specifically, everything home done. So I'm just taking chili seasoning. I'm taking about 1.5 pounds. mix it up in with my hamburger, my ground beef. I'll mix that up in there to season that beef really well. I want that beef really well seasoned. So now I'm going to take both my cans, well, one can. I'm just going to pour one whole can in. Then I'm going to take the other can, and I'm going to partially drain it. A lot of chili beans, like the red beans, are sitting like a juice. Some of them don't have specifically the, the chili seasoning, but it's like really fun. I'll drain that out a little bit. Okay. Pour that into my pot as well. Oh, that's really good. If you're on keto though, watch the strawberries. Strawberries have quite a bit of carbohydrate. Okay, so now this is just the chili beans, sauce, and hamburger, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some tomato sauce. I have a 33 ounce. I'm going to put about half of it in. Okay. Now that's going to lighten the flavors a little bit. And now what I'm going to do... Oh, hi, Mom. I want to take some water. It's going to be about a cup and a half of water right here. I'm going to pour a little in at a time and kind of look and judge its consistency. I know you guys can't see this. I don't have the other cooking set up yet. I will soon. But because I'm going to let it simmer for about, it's 4:30 now, about an hour and a half, I want it to be a little watery. Not too bad. I'll give you guys a look here in the pot here in just a minute. I'm going to turn this heat up. I'm just going to pour that whole cup in there. I'm going to do a little bit more tomato sauce. Now after this heats back up, I want to taste it flavor-wise. I want to see if it needs anything. Well, hello there, Mr. Long. How are you doing this, what time is it? This afternoon? Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming in. I'm making just an, if you read the title of my video here, it's just a good old easy chili. Nothing fancy for dinner. But it does take a little time to simmer, and it is pretty easy to put together. I believe I do know who you are. Mr. Lonson. I know who that is. Yeah. Or should I just short lawn? Yeah, I looked at that. It took me a second, but yeah, I figured it out. I've been, in the mood for chili lately, and we were gonna have it yesterday, but for one, I wasn't home to eat last night because I work evenings, and Ashley was supposed to go by the local McDonald's and pick up some free food that was owed to us. Well, they didn't know how to do it right and didn't give her what she was supposed to have. Ashley and I, McDonald's can't ever get anything right. Everybody knows that. Well, everybody on my channel knows that Ashley is severely allergic to onions. Like, severely. We ordered McDonald's a few nights back. Actually, it was for lunch today. And we get home. We went through the drive-thru. We very specifically told them no onions on either of our sandwiches. Because Ashley's so allergic. If I eat onions and I kiss her, her lips will start to burn and her tongue will swell up. That's how allergic she is to the juices in an onion. She can't sit in a room or in a room where onions are being sliced because it gets in her face and makes her face swell up. Well, we get home and open our food up, and labels are on that say, no onions. And Ashley opens up her burger. She's always double checks everything just to make sure, because even though they say it has no onions, there's been lots of times we've gone to places and it's had onion on it. Well, she opens up the top of her sandwich and it's covered in onions, like they added extra onions. So I opened up my sandwich. It said no onions. It had no onions. So the one that was allergic to them got the onions, for the one who isn't necessarily allergic to them. I called him up that night or that day and talked to him, and she's like, "Okay, I'm terribly sorry about this. How about this? I'll put it in the book and I'll mark this down. What's your name? What's the last word of your phone number?" They took it down, said, I'll give you 2, combo meals for free. Okay. Get it right and we'll be fine with it. Well, I get off work and we run a couple errands and we go to McDonald's for lunch. Hey, free food. Why not? Go see if they can get this right. We go into McDonald's and we talk to the manager. She's like, okay, I'll get this right for you. Gave us the 2 combo meals. We sit down to start eating, and I take a bite. They have these new quarter pounders with bacon and cheese on them. It's really good, by the way. But I take a bite. I take one bite, and I look down at my sandwich as I'm getting ready to take my next bite. There on the pickle, I know it's only one piece. I know I'm not the one allergic to them, but there was a little piece of dehydrated onion on it. take it up to the counter. Like, oh wow, I'm sorry. Here, let me replace it. So as I'm dealing with this, Ashley opens up her sandwich, starts to, is double checking everything, like she always does, and sitting right there in the middle of a tomato, excuse me, in the middle of a tomato is a little piece of onion. Like, really?
Like they're trying to kill her or something.
Stop. You're right next to the microphone.
I'm
Sorry,
talking loud.
Our very energetic son.
I'm not talking that loud.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Take that out of your mouth, please. Why don't you just go to your room?
Yeah.
Doesn't realize that he's like in the middle and comment on everything. But anyway, hi Rosanna, how are you doing? But anyway, so we're sitting there and we have to wait for her to make us new sandwiches because, and the reasoning behind this, okay, is because, oh, let me just say this. If you're allergic to onions or allergic to anything that McDonald's serves, don't go. Because the reasoning behind this, the shift leader, whatever her name tag said, she's like, well, I'm really sorry, but like when they're putting onions on things, they kind of just scatter around, and they get mixed in with the pickles, and they get mixed in with tomatoes, and so, like, really, you can't go there if you're allergic to onions because there's a chance that it's going to be on everything. Something that didn't get onions on it had a piece of onion on it. So, I'm not happy with McDonald's. So I'm going to sit down Monday. I want to call in. I'm going to try to talk to the store manager, and I want to see if I can't get it figured out. Because if we go to McDonald's again and get one piece of onion on something, I'm going to go off. And it is. It's extremely dangerous. Because exactly like our case, she could die. I mean, like a worst case scenario type thing. She could end up getting killed because McDonald's is careless when somebody says they don't want something and they put something on their sandwich anyway. Like, the manager even went back and said, I'm going to tell them they need to change their gloves and everything because blah, blah, blah. Even though they changed their gloves, onions get scattered everywhere, is according to what they told me. Like, how can you take care of that? How can you... It's just... Okay, I worked for McDonald's years ago. I mean, this was 15 years ago. I never had a problem. Not once in the year that I worked there with having an allergy issue like that. Not once. And they're supposed to be, improving over the years and getting better. It blows my mind how things like that can happen. I'm sorry, I mean to rant and stuff like that. That just kind of threw me for a loop today. And okay, but see, chili is something that you can just sit and ignore for a little bit, and it's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you guys over here for just. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't. I'll bring this over here. So you guys can see just how kind of soupy that looks. I want that like that because as it simmers, that water, that moisture is going to absorb and cook off. So I'm just going to stir it. now that it's all steamy and hot, and I mean it's not bubbling yet, but it doesn't have to be all the way to the bubbling stage. I'm going to put the lid on it. I'm going to turn it down to about 2. We're on 2 out of 10. So it's like medium low. I'm going to leave it there for about half an hour. That way it simmers on a more hot heat. And then after that, I'm going to stir it and I'm going to turn it down to low. I'm going to let that simmer for another hour. Let all of those flavors and everything really combine. Oh. I mean, I know it's good because this is how I do it all the time. But, always gotta taste test it, just to make sure I don't need to like add any extra or anything. No, I think it'll be good. So all those flavors, I'll add a little bit more chili seasoning. Yeah, why not? Because that flavoring will subside while it's simmering. So you want it a little strong initially, and then as this goes, I feel it needs a little bit more what's called, I know it's just water, but it's moistening. You can add beef broth or you can add water, and it'll be perfectly fine. Just let it simmer, let all the flavors combine, and that's how long it takes to make chili, other than letting it simmer. Like I said, you can get to the point. You can cook the ground beef. You can kind of toss it in there however you want to do it. Put it in a crock pot. Put your things in there, your seasoning, your tomato sauce, and stuff like that. Let it simmer all day long. Really good, really easy, just chili. So, like my boss says, there you have it. There you are. It's kind of a interesting feller, but and no mess. You don't have to make a mess. One pot. How easy it is. But easy chili can be. Now, if you want to, put onion, you can do that. I think throw away onions. You can add your own flavorings in there if you want. If you want to slice up some bell pepper or dice it up, you can do that. I know people who put a little bit of celery or even like noodles of some kind, like macaroni noodles. At this stage, if you wanted to add macaroni noodles, kind of like make a chili mac type thing, you would get to this stage and you would add extra moistening, like extra water out of your mouth. And that would allow that macaroni to absorb those that water, and you'd be able to let it simmer. Just don't let it simmer too long, or else it'll get soggy. Oh yeah, I mean you can add diced tomatoes, stewed tomatoes. You can add pretty much anything you want to chili according to your flavoring and likes. I mean, I actually think I have some diced potatoes here. I do. I don't want Mexican style. No, I don't have any diced. I thought I might, but I don't. I used them in my last thing of chili, I guess. But yeah, I mean that's how easy it is to make chili. And while you're sitting, like if you want to make this tomorrow, uh, oh yeah, you can do this. Um, we don't like our chili thick. We like it to be kind of not really soupy, but uh, we like it to be thin. That way we can add crackers and cheese and stuff to it, and it makes it so good. Yeah, we do too. I have any. I forgot to pick some up. But yeah, I mean that's the gist of it. It's easy to do, and like I said, you can turn it, let it simmer, and leave it. You can leave it like an hour. I don't have to touch it. So, but I just want to show you how to make chili really easy and really quick. Um, I'm going to get going. I didn't want to make this stream too long, and uh, tomorrow I might stream for a little bit. I don't know. A lot of people are getting, on to watch the Super Bowl, on TV and stuff like that. Tomorrow I am making ribs. So, if you guys want to see some, barbecued ribs, I can do that for you. If not, oh yeah, so many things go with chili. So many things go with chili. I like, I like to make like a chili Frito pie when I love corn chips and sour cream and cheese all mixed together. Oh, so good. But I don't have any corn chips, or otherwise I'd do that. I run to the store. Actually, you want to run up to the store and go get some corn chips, or you just want to use crackers? I don't think she's watching. She's back there playing with the cats or something. But guys, I want to get done. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And until this time, you have a great. If I can get my mouse working here. You have a great night, guys.